welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is me Muhammad Hassnain and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to discuss about human organs, and as we know there is a very essential organ in the human body, which is the cells. Cells play an essential role to shape us. There are different kinds of cells. Some are specialized cells and some are other cells. So first of all, let's talk about the structure of a cell. So this is an animal cell, as humans are also animals. So the basic cell has these basic parts. First of all, there's a cell membrane. For example, take an example of a room. So basically the cell membrane is the door of the room, and it is the door of the cell which allows anything to enter inside the cell. Next is the cell wall. The cell wall is the cell is a thick wall around the cell which protects the cell. Then there's a mitochondrion. The mitochondrion is the energy box. It releases energy inside the cell. Then there's a vacuole. The vacuole is basically the energy store where all the sugar chemicals are stored. Then there's a cytoplasm. The cytoplasm is a jelly-like structure inside the cell. Then there's the basic part, nucleus. The nucleus is basically the brain of the cell, and it controls what the cell does. So the most basic cell we found in our body is the red blood cell. The red blood cell is mostly a round kind of shape, and it is red colored, as you all might have seen in pictures and everything. The main task of the red blood cell is to carry out oxygen throughout the body and the organs. So this is a picture of a red blood cell. So as you can see, the red blood cell is a round shape which has empty space for oxygen to carry in. There is no nucleus, which makes more space. Every cell has a nucleus. The nucleus is the brain of the cell. The nucleus controls what the cells do. But in the case of red blood cells, there is no nucleus. The reason of having no nucleus is that it creates more space for the oxygen to be carried out in the red blood cell. So as there is more space in the red blood cell, the oxygen gets into it and it travels throughout the body. Within the oxygen, there is a red pigment called hemoglobin in our body cells. This hemoglobin is compiled with oxygen and it forms oxyhemoglobin, which is a chemical. So this was all about red blood cells. You might have seen them in pictures. They are small, round shaped, red colored cells. Now let's move ahead to other type of cells. So after the red blood cells, white blood cells come. The white blood cells also have a very simple task to do in the human body. The white blood cells are mainly found in the immune system of a human body. The white blood cells have a nucleus and they are mainly white colored, and you have seen them in pictures. They are like in a cloud shape. This is a picture of a white blood cell, which is just white colored and round shaped, which travels in our blood. If we talk about the task of white blood cells, their main task is to defend us. White blood cells defend us from pathogens. Now you might be thinking, what are pathogens? So pathogens are germs and bacteria and viruses which come into our body through the nose or the mouth. The pathogen and germs get into our body and make us sick. So the white blood cells fight to these pathogens to make us healthy. There are different ways how the white blood cells protect us. The number one way is they produce antibodies. Antibodies are Y-shaped chemicals which are produced by the white blood cells to defend us. They get into the germs and they eat the germs so that they can be finished up from the body. The second way is that as white blood cells have a nucleus, unlike the red blood cells, they can just consume up the germs so that the germs can finish up. After the basic cells, there are some specialized cells in our body. The specialized cells carry out special tasks in the body. For example, the nerve cells. The nerve cells are basically the brain cells, and their function is to control the brain. They send signals to the brain to tell the brain what to do. For example, the nerve cells go from the eyes to the brain to tell how to see and what to see. They go from the mouth to the brain to tell that what taste it is. So they are signal cells for the brain. And another example is the cilia cells. The cilia cells have hairs. For example, the cilia cells are present in our nose. which have the hairs and the mucus to prevent germs entering the nose. So as you can see, this is a cilia cell which has some hairs on it, and this is a nerve cell which has nerve signals and everything on it. So this was all about cells. I hope you find this video informational. Don't forget to like and subscribe the video, and also share the video with friends to spread this information. Do comments and give me your feedback. How was your feedback on my video? Thanks for watching.